Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and welcome to Thematic Thursday. Today we're going to be doing just a small project with our theme being dictionary pages, and more specifically the small images from a vintage dictionary page. So I have these little journaling cards that I have made the past couple of days. Just a simple little piece of ephemera with some dictionary cutouts that I did. So what I did a few months ago, really, I took some dictionary pages that I was using to do pulls and different things like that, and took a stamp that I have, and this is a double layer. Just folded the page over, glued it, stamped out or punched out a bunch of shapes, sort of stamp shaped and sized, just to have as bases. Some of these I inked up the other day when I was working on this project. So that's the sort of thing that I made these out of, or that I started with, was just the little images from, I think it was 1953, I think was the date on that dictionary. So that's what we started with. Also, in this project, I'm using a little piece of muslin cloth as a background. I'm also using a piece of craft paper, very thin, almost like wrapping paper, like when you buy something fragile at the store and they wrap it up. It's thin like that. And then I also used my homemade tear ruler, and I'll put a link in the description of that video if you want to make your own tear ruler. And then glue stick. And for decorations, I'm just going to use buttons and some string. And I wish my chair didn't squeak so much, but I really don't know what to do about it. Get my husband to look at it, I suppose. So my jar of buttons, or one of my jars of buttons, this is just the white and cream. I have them all divided up. Some ink and a file folder. So I'm showing you this because I've already went ahead and made the bases. I'm just going to do the assembling here. The other thing I have set up on my little desk here is my iron. It's probably out of the shot, but it is right here. I just turned, since I have a vinyl tablecloth underneath this piece of fabric, I don't want to heat that up. So I have a metal pan that I bake my paper in the oven that is sitting here covered in a cloth for me to use. So the first thing that I am going to do is use this little scrap right here to do my gluing. And I don't know if I'll do all of these. They're all going to be the same. In fact, I think I like the B one. I think we'll do the B one, and then here's the armor one. I actually only had 3 picked out, so I might do them all. So, so I've already got them torn and inked with my homemade coffee ink over here. So what I'm going to do is going to start with this one. Just going to turn it over and use glue stick and cover the whole back. And then I'm going to place it. I have made my workspace right here very small by adding all of my tools and such, but it's what has to happen, I suppose. So I'm going to place that like that, and kind of out of the shot I'm going to be over here ironing it from the back side just to make it adhere faster. And while that's taking place there, I'll go ahead and do these other two. And this is just a simple little project. It's got a little bit of a shabby chic look. It's got a little bit of a neutral look. Anytime that you use dictionary pages or book pages, it always has a very nice effect, especially if it's paired with craft paper and file folder. Oh, the lid's already off. And in this case, just adding that little bit of fabric as just a little extra punch. Okay, so that's that part of the gluing done. And so let's put that down there. So the next part is, okay, so this is adhered to the piece of fabric now. So let me fold this over just a little bit to give me a cleaner surface. Now on this I'm going to put the glue stick on the fabric, but I'm not going all the way to the edge. I want that edge to look and feel loose. It'll help give it a little bit of a three-dimensional look. And then that is going to be placed right on top of the paper. Just center it so that you like how it looks. And it's going back under the iron from the back side. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I like this one because it was the little bee. I think I'm about to run out of... Yep, I am. I'm about to run out, so I will have to get me another glue stick because we're not quite through with it yet. Okay, so I'm going to put this one just like that. I'm going to iron it, and here's the next one. Now, my glue stick is just above me in a little cabinet where I have all my glue and my paint, and my bulldog clips, and all such as that. Okay, now let's do this one. You can hear my iron going. It has an automatic shut off if it doesn't move within, I think it's like 2 minutes or something. It cuts itself off. But it shouldn't do that while we're doing this. Okay. Alright. So as you can see, we're moving swiftly along here. We've only got one more of these to do. As far as the iron goes. Okay, the next, I have a fan going because it's hot here. And so the fan's blowing my paper around. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, Now this is just a piece of file, regular file folder. I tore it with the tear ruler that you saw just a second ago into just a rough shape, just slightly bigger. And all I'm going to do is go around the edge where it's all fluffed up from being torn and just put this coffee ink right in that. Ooh, that's the one that's dark. Got that one a little bit more saturated than I wanted it to be. But that's okay. Add a little bit more up to the top so it don't look so out of place. Okay, so now again I'm going to put the iron to it because you would not believe how quickly the iron makes it dry. And I'm going to add just a little bit on the back. This would be the back. So it would end up being the writing space. Okay, now on this, I'm going to, on the back side, I'm going to be putting glue just to within a very, I don't know, like a 1/16 of an inch of the fabric here. So, and I can feel it underneath. So I'm just going to very carefully put that all over the back there, just like that, and up, and then I'm going to take the card and place that sort of central, give or take a little, and put the iron on it. So there's that one. Now this one should go here, this one should go here. Okay. So we're going to do this one the same way, except that I forgot to ink it, but I will do that as soon as I get through with the glue. And I hope you can hear me fine. I've noticed in the last couple of videos that I did that I got a little bit quieter or something. I'm not 100% sure. You know what? This is not the card I meant to use. I have another one. I grabbed the wrong one. But now I don't see it. I'll go ahead and use it anyway, I think. You know what? I'm not. I will keep this one. I'll do this later off camera. I've moved stuff around doing my haul video last night, and I'm not sure what I did with it. But either or, here we go. We'll do the next one. Okay. That'll just make the video a little bit shorter, because my camera will only record 25 minutes at a time, and in a few videos I've made, I've just been rattling on and then look up and it's closed up shop, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't go back and redo that, so I just have to do a whole different project. And so it seems like I'm going much faster than I should, but that's part of the reason why, because I get to thinking about what I'm doing, don't think about recording, and just babble on. This video will go up on my daughter's birthday, my oldest daughter. I have two daughters, and she'll be 34. You didn't hear me say that. I remember 34. Oh my goodness, seems like so long ago. Okay, let me Turn that slightly. Okay, now while that one is getting the iron to it, I'm going to get my little punch. It's got a little tiny hole. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in and I'm going to punch 2 small holes about not quite 1/4 of an inch apart. Can you see that? And then I am going to take a length of string and my scissors and put a string in from the back this way, and hopefully this one will cooperate. Let me trim that off. Well, now if it was my mother, she'd be wetting it with her, touch her fingers to her lips, or her tongue rather, and wet it. But I am not going to do that, at least not on camera. Okay, so one of my little things have fallen on the floor. I share my craft room with my laundry room. So, yeah. Alright. I don't think I like that button. I'm not going to dig too deep because I know there's going to be buttons right here in the top that I can use. But I'm looking for a button with holes as opposed to a button with a shank. So, I think we can just do this. I don't know. I don't really like I don't want the shiny one. But I want something that's a little bit unique. Like that one. I think, but that's got a shank. So we won't do that one. Not this project. Let's see. That's a weird looking button. Oh wait, I see the one I want right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is let's do it this way. Put one string through one corner and one string through the opposite corner. And get them sort of even. If I can get my hands to cooperate. Got just a tiny bit of glue residue on my thumb and I don't want to let it go. Okay. So, somewhat simplistic, but it makes a very cute addition to a journal that has a vintage theme or a book page theme or something like that. So that's it. And you just have these 2 little holes. As long as you don't pull it too tight, you'll be fine with not ripping it through. So there's that one. And so we're going to do this one as soon as I figure out where my hole punch is going to go. Let's do it here and there. Okay, so you can see it better from the back side. And I think I'm going to do this yellow one, or maybe this one, because it's sort of, it's a bee, and honey's sort of yellowy brown. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if I can do this in one shot. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And if you want to do this project but you don't have the fabric, you can leave that layer out entirely, or use something else as that layer. You could use scrapbook paper, especially if it had a theme sort of like this. You can get scrapbook paper that looks like newspaper or book pages, so you could do that. There's a number of things that you could do to add the layer, or just, like I said, leave it out altogether and just make 3 instead of 4 layers. And I always do a double knot, just keeps it from going anywhere once it's done. So that's that. Not bad. And then there is, what did I do with it? Oh, here's the one that I put the glue on. It's a little bird, but I will get me another piece of paper for it and finish it off camera. But thank you very much for watching. This has been a cute little project that will add some ephemera to your neutral-based journals. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.